Hello. It's just me now. They're here. You can't hear them, and they can't hear you. Well, I guess they could. So, welcome to session 4 of Londora, where we last left our heroes. Everybody had found the hoard of the notorious pirate Goldbeard. Come to find out that Goldbeard is not actually a human, but a dragon polymorphed. They have been given a holy quest to stop an army of evil and learn so much about the world, such as that the world is carved out from the original world. And they've all decided to take up this quest to stop the horde. So without further ado, I'll go ahead and bring him in.
Oh no.
Hello.
PP!
PP!
You're all banned.
Ban me harder, mummy.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm out of here. Bye.
No!
The cave collapses, killing the 4 adventurers instantly.
Yep. You all die.
Rocks fall, people die.
That's just gonna be a joke. Everybody dies at the beginning, and then it never happened.
Oh, it was all a dream.
So I already told Chad what happened last session. You all remember.
No. Yeah, no, obviously we do. Because we're
Yeah, obviously we do.
All right. So you were going to get sent back to the ship.
Do we just fast travel there, or do we need to walk back manually?
And do I get my rope back? Most important.
Also,
You
I
left
just
it there.
remembered. I think we never got anything for like the pirates. Like, we got some treasure for ourselves. I don't know if you told them about the treasure that we received, but we have never gotten anything for the pirate.
Yeah, we got to go treasure.
What the treasure was? What was the treasure we got?
Put it down
Oh
and
yeah,
got that.
I got the gross bag.
We did talk about treasure for the pirates for compensation to clear us of our contracts last week.
I don't think I ever put the treasure down.
And I think Rudy smiled and walked away while we finished talking to the nice dragon.
Yeah, but he never received anything, I think. Okay, so like, if you like smoothly and slowly move into the heads of our characters. I mean, first of all, Londora has a different problem she needs to face right now, which is to somehow get on the gigantic, what are they called again? Braces of archery that are made by giants and therefore way larger than normal.
Also, I need to bag.
What?
I haven't. I don't remember the bag.
What bag? Oh, the bag of tricks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like made by stinky people.
Ah,
Made by stinky people.
did you not
Yeah.
write it down?
Uh,
Didn't you write it down in your journal or something?
It's in the loot tables in the Discord server.
It
no,
only
it's
says
not.
it only says the bag of tricks, nothing else.
I don't know. I thought you guys were writing that down.
You have high expectations. You're a group of players, Maury.
The bag of tricks was made of infernals, which is why it's stinky to me. It has a fuzzy ball inside that some kind of animal.
Mm-hmm.
The rest I don't remember.
I mean, we still have the rolls here. We could like trace it back given the rolls. I know you rolled that one yourself, Nexi, so we could just scroll up. There we go. Maury, do you still have the loot table in front of you that you used last time?
I'd have to get it pulled up.
Oh, no.
GM's way of nicely saying,
Nope.
Nope.
Do you like to pull it up, or I mean, let me
Oh
just do a
my.
screenshot of it just in case.
Listen, I just sat down. After making a last-minute run to the store. Let's see.
you did it.
Did everyone else write their shit down?
Mm-hmm.
Good people we are.
Mm-hmm.
Mark, do you have your? What did you get? The
I got the
Actually-
shield.
yeah, I wrote down the shield.
Wasn't the shield stinky too?
Yeah, it was. It was
Yeah.
repulsive. Yes.
Same.
I mean, it's only the bag of tricks is only repulsive to you.
Yeah, and I'm the most important player in the campaign.
Wow. All equal friends here. Mm-hmm.
And I'm the most equal of them all.
Dude, which of you stinky heads is turning me? More.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Maureen!
Just need to put on your rhythmics now. You spin me right round.
Maury, can you like bring up the freaking bag of tricks real quick?
What do you think I'm doing? I'm not turning Nixie around.
I'm starting next year on then.
It's Maureen. Pulling. He's pulling.
It can only be Maury, can it? Can
Yeah.
it?
Well, Mori does have 2 hands.
You don't know that.
Good point.
Mm. I can't remember what color it was for the bag.
What's available?
I mean, I don't think the colors were actually named or
Yeah,
mentioned.
it was.
Oh yeah, right. It was. Fuck.
Thank you.
It was silver. It
No,
was silver. No, wait. Bronze?
It was bronze.
Yeah, bronze. Because I remember we had like a funny discussion. Because oh my god, how is it a bag if it's out of bronze? And then it was like, no, it's just the color.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
rust color. There's only gray, rust, and tan.
You're looking at the wrong thing. Wait, wasn't it like made of like metal or something?
No,
No, it's-
I'm looking
it
at the
sounded like-
DMG.
It sounded like it, but it isn't.
So anyway, it's a rust bag of tricks.
And what's the thing inside it?
There is a fuzzy object.
What does it do again? Like you can throw that shit or something, no?
You can throw the fuzzy object, and it turns into this table of 1d8 creatures.
Next, did you write it all down? This time?
I'm overwhelmed.
Should I write it down for you?
Please. How do I do the like spell thing? Do I need to do it as a spell thing?
The bag of tricks?
Yeah.
You just say you use it, and you throw the thing out, and then you roll a dice, and that's what you get.
Isn't it made by Infernals or something? Which makes it repulsive for next?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Haha. I had the
How
good.
many times can I use it? Sorry. So.
Oh, you're okay.
You can use it 3 times until the long rest.
Oh, I'm assuming so. While we're on the topic, my weapon that I got can either increase or decrease the light level in an area. Is that like a once per long rest, or is that some charge amount or something?
Once per long rest.
Okay. That's what I thought it was, but I wanted to make sure.
Oop.
Otherwise, I would just run around like making it light and dark and light and dark and light.
That would be fun.
Nighttime.
Point it out.
Daytime.
Be non-stop rave party. Like a strobe flashing. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, you could probably like, I don't know, you could probably like fuck up some creatures with that. Do you have a, does this creature have epilepsy? Strobe light activates.
There. That's the table.
I hope I get your rat because that's cute.
Don't forget to write it down somewhere where you remember this stuff this time. Probably not the blue table. I don't know. Maybe the journal or something. Alright.
Mastiff.
Yeah.
Do you all see what I have to deal with? All this bullshit? It's not even on D&D nights. He's my mod. They're my mod. I get to hear it all the time. Anyway. So. Alright, so we'll just kind of move things along. As you kind of head back, Goldbeard will say, alright, well, I have a way to kind of get you quickly out of here and back to the surface, at least back to your boat.
Wait. We still need like something for the pirates, I believe.
Oh? Well,
I mean, if it doesn't make too much of like an issue or something, but we kind of promised those people something in return, and they brought us here and everything.
you kind of hear behind you quiet footsteps, and you see Rudy behind you. And he says, well, whatever you guys got, that should be plenty enough. We just wanted to see that it actually existed.
Oh. Alright, okay, get us out of here. Thank you, Goldbeard.
Right,
Elana,
Go ahead.
sorry. Elana looks to Rudy and then back to Goldbeard for a moment and simply quirks her brow and goes, huh, but doesn't say anything else beyond it.
All right.
Nara approaches Flappy real quick again and just is like, hey little guy, thanks for giving us company. You're the cutest little drag. Gives him very some patsies and like scratches him a little bit behind the ears.
Alright, well, if you all are set to go, meet me in the mirror room.
Alright.
Bloop.
So much for leaving the rope for when we get back.
The what?
The rope we used to get over the cliff.
Oh. Yeah, obviously. Like, of course you remembered that part. Like, forgets everything about last session, remembers the rope.
Right, and as you enter, you just kind of see the kobolds are back to their business. Goldbeard will gesture to the circle on the floor and says, alright, all who are leaving, stand in the center.
Wait, I'm sorry, Goldbeard, but, I couldn't resist, but, like, your library is very big. That sounds fun. Am I allowed to perhaps one day return to your place and get a little bit more insight from your library? Because it seems like it contains a lot of history.
If you can
of
find
various fac-
if you could find a way back here, I'd say you're welcome.
Alright, thank you.
Probably using my rope.
Yeah, that rope is just permanently there now.
Yep.
Keep with it.
Elena nods and moves towards the area that Goldbeer spoke of, and smiles before speaking shortly. Thank you, Goldbeard. We'll try to bring honor to both your cause and our part in it.
I hope so. If not, I'm sure that these treasures will find their way back to my hoard. Well,
Me.
Nara is still like petting the dragon, and it's like Ilana walks over to the sword. And it's like, such a little cute guy. Such a little cute guy. He's a little cute guy.
there.
Oh, you have Groovy in here.
Yep. I should make like a little avatar for Groovy.
I don't think you can.
Probably
Unless
could.
you have premium. But yeah. Oh, you mean like
On
in
the
Discord?
stream. Yeah.
Stream over again. Yeah, okay. I guess.
Alright. Goldbeard will stand over to the side,
Well, let's go then.
and Rudy will take his place.
Nara's like giving some more head pats. He's like, alright, little guy. It's time to say goodbye. Maybe we meet again. I would so love to take you with me, but I think your father would have an issue with that. Besides, you're still a little small dragon. I don't think you're fit for a journey.
You just kind of see him furrow his brows a little bit.
Or do you love to come with us?
He looks up at you, and then he looks over to his dad. And then you just see Goldbeard just kind of shrug a little bit.
Wait. Would you allow us to take your son with us?
If that's what he wants.
Huh. She'll expect that and asks him, if you would like to join us, it might be dangerous, and I don't know if I can give you a fit environment for a small dragon like you. Besides, it might give us some trouble in some of the villages, but I personally always like escape those villages. I don't like being in those. So
He kind of hops down. He gets down on like all fours and hunches, and then he like flicks his tail and spreads his wings, and he says, "It's like I'm big and strong. I am Flappy, terror of the depths."
Oh my goodness.
Aelana looked at the Dragonborn and then to Flappy before shaking her head a little and smirking before she comments. If he's joining you and the rest of us by extension, make sure you help look after him. I suppose I'll try to see what I can do as well. It wouldn't do us any favors to have a dragon's child come to harm during our journey.
Oh, absolutely. But I think it should work out. What do you say, Framor? I think he wants to join us. Look at him.
He definitely seems eager, and even if he is young and small for the moment, there is no beast more ferocious and powerful than a dragon, so I think he'll be safe. And in those moments that he's not, then we'll be there to protect him.
Nara's eyes go out like very wide. She's like, alright, okay, I think, oh my god, I can. Wow. She walks over to Goldbeard and is just like, thank you for trusting us with your cute little son. I'll make the best and try to take a lot of care of him.
He nods and says, well, it's about time that he see the world. He's been here for... about the past 20 years.
Oh my god. I mean, yeah, I saw him like hunting the little rats in the entrance.
I think that there's more interesting things for him than little rats.
Yeah, most certainly. Is there anything I should take care? Because I've never really... I only know how to take care of Dragonborn, but not of dragons.
He'll tell you what you want, what he wants.
Okay. Alright. Okay, let's go then, everyone. I think the shipmates are waiting for us. Leppy, come here. Don't stray too far. Look, come here on my shoulder. It's very important.
He crawls up and coils himself and like plops himself on your head.
Not on my head. She like grabs him and like puts him on her shoulder. That's where it should be.
Huh. He huffs.
She pats him very softly. There. Little flap.
Ilana looks to Thrulmar and smirks before laughing to herself. Well, it seems Nara's found a friend.
Seems so. Dromar's eyes stop being widened at Nara's comment of being able to take care of Dragonborn, and he walks very slowly towards the circle.
Oh my god.
You said it.
That's a little OOC thing for the people that watch the stream. Mori has a little plushie that is also called Flappy, Terror of the Depths.
I do.
Absolutely adorable.
I didn't know when I first got, because he's a Squishmallow, and I didn't know that Squishmallows had like assigned names and genders, so I just named him. And because he's got little wings that I can make him flap. Right now I have his sister in my lap.
Aww.
Anyway.
Hey Lana, come over here. We're waiting for you.
Oh? Ilana says as she moves towards the rest of the others.
As she doesn't move.
Yeah. As
We got this.
can get in the circle. It's the hardest thing I'll do all day.
Alright. As you all enter the circle, Goldbeard will take center. And you kind of see him like hold up a hand, making some gestures, and kind of mumble something in Draconic. And he says, may your destination reflect in your heart, and be that reflection be the way to where you'd like to go. And then you see in the mirror in the northern wall, you see this picturesque version of the shore that you landed on with your boat. And you can see the destiny of heaven in the background. The runes all light up, they dim, and the picture stays. And then you just see him take a step to the side, present it, and he says, step through the portal.
Alright then. Leppy, this is the last time we can say goodbye to your father and your old home.
Bye-bye, Papa.
What?
Bye-bye, Papa.
Alright. Let's go then. Come everyone.
Right, let's go, guys.
Alright. As you step through, the glass ripples a little bit, but you are instantly transported to the beach. And Rudy just looks very ecstatic. He, like, you can't really see his, like, face, but you can just tell in his eyes that he's just, like, he just had, like, the time of his life.
But I mean, Mari, I think your mic is a little bit choppy.
A little bit? Hold on, let me turn up my sensitivity.
No comments.
You all. Okay, how about now?
Yeah, I think it's better now.
That should be better. Okay. Alright, let me do one thing real quick. Whoosh. Alright, so you all get on the dinghy. Make your way back. And you see the captain. She's waiting for you.
Like, quick side note, can you maybe, like, I don't know, attach Flappy to me or something? Or
Mm,
maybe give me control of him so he can sit on my shoulder? Or something like that?
yeah, you should be able to move him.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
There, now he has a name. Flappy. Right, and she'll just kind of look over you once and be like, well, I suppose that could be considered a treasure of life, but, I mean, what happened?
Nara is still taking care of Flappy, who is probably now completely crazy looking around.
It's honestly a long story
Well,
involving dragons, goblins. No, wait, not goblins. What are they called again?
Kobolds! They're called kobolds.
Kobolds, dragons, and an ancient war.
Let's probably get first up on the ship. I think Flappy doesn't like the waves too much. It's one little thing.
Aelana looks to the captain as she climbs aboard behind the others and nods to her, looking to Rudy for a moment and then back to the captain before she echoes some of the things that were already said, also commenting. This war that has apparently gone on for a very long time without our knowing is fairly important sounding. It seems like there's a lot for us to be aware of as we move forward.
I see. And then,
Takes out some of her notes and is like, also, wait 1 second. Here. We also had to conclude that the world only consists of the small little patch of Londora at this point. And I know this might sound weird, but according to this old dragon, Goldbeard is a dragon, by the way, believe it or not. According
And
to
still
Goldbeard-
alive.
And he's still alive, yeah, he's very much alive, and he very much only gave us little parts of treasures, so I couldn't go in there at this point. He might not be the happiest, although he was happy enough with us to give us his son on our journey. Regardless, the whole place of Londora seems to be shifted in the air, so if I were you, I would probably not go on too far expeditions on the ship, because there's your explanation on why ship expeditions are missing.
well, she'll ponder for a moment, and then she'll look to her first mate. she kind of gives like this look like, well, are they telling the truth? And Rudy silently nods. And she just kind of shrugs, just shrugs very nonchalantly and like, well, whatever you came out with, you decided to take. Whatever Rudy didn't decide to take would put us into a further contract with more debts that we cannot take at this time.
1 second more, your mic is still oversteering. I think it's just the volume. I think you need to kind of tune down the volume a little bit.
Do what?
Tune down the volume. It's like oversteering, like as if the volume was a little too high or something.
Well, you can change that. I don't know.
I feel like it's on your end, because on my end you're still 100%. It's like when you speak a little too loud, it's like crushing, and I don't know, you can't hear anything because the mic isn't picking up things anymore.
Two terms that are used in audio recording, which are amusing when said together, are pegging a mic
What?
and diaphragm.
I'm sorry, what?
You gotta prep your diaphragm before you peg your mic.
I mean, yeah, that's just common sense.
Okay.
Also, still, oh my god, we have a dragon baby.
You do have a dragon baby.
It's so cute.
I'm terrified that that little guy is going to be such a handful.
Mm-hmm. Like
Would
me.
Maury do that? Really? Yes, she would.
Would she do that? Yeah. Okay, how does it sound now?
Yeah, now it's better.
Okay. Alright. Well, judging by the new items that you acquired, I'm convinced the treasure exists. And then she holds up the coin. This is my keepsake for it. She pockets it. But I think you've all had enough fun out playing in the water, so we're going to be stopping. We're not going to go back to Octon, but we will be stopping at Peco. And if you'd like to continue on with us, you're more than welcome to. If you have other business to attend to on the mainland, I'll not stop you. I'll consider our contract done.
You're headed there, Aelana says, but doesn't make any move otherwise.
Wait, you know that place? What is that place?
Peco, the City of Enlightenment.
I was born there.
Oh. Well, unless Flappy comes up with where we need to go. Goldbeard never told us where we are headed and who we should meet up with, so I believe if it's okay for everyone, I feel like maybe we could go there. Perhaps we find our enlightenment there as well, in our quest of saving the world. Does everyone agree?
Yeah, worth a shot.
Sounds good to me.
Aelana looks to the other three and doesn't really comment, but instead remains quiet and almost looks like Shui gives a nod, but seems reserved in doing so.
Is everything okay, Lana?
Everything's fine.
You look a little... You look like you don't want to go there.
Memories, that's all.
At that point, Flappy just jumps right in front of her. There's no... I don't know. Mori, do you want to play Flappy? Should I play Flappy?
I'll play Flappy.
Okay. In that case, Flappy doesn't do that? I don't know. Whatever Mori wants.
Alrighty.
Hi.
Hmm?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay. Alright. So Lydia will turn to Rudy and say, alright, get us out of here first, mate. And he just smiles and heads back up to the helm of the ship. And you set off. Lydia will look to all of you and say, well, you all must be really tired. It's about evening. Go get some food. Get some rest. We should be... I'd say Rudy will get us there probably by tomorrow afternoon.
Alright then. Hey Flappy, do you want to explore the ship?
Are there rats?
There's not rats, but look, there's some sea slugs around the whole ship. Come with me. Look, I'll show you. Then she walks to the front. Just trying to spot the specific sea slug. And upon seeing one, she's like, look, and we can do this with them. And then she does her little ray of frost on the sea slug, and it just plops up and falls into the water and makes that.
Flappy tilts his head and he just lets out a little puff of like a little flame puff.
Oh, I don't know if flames work on them, but we can certainly try. Just be careful, don't fall into the water.
Don't
You might
burn
not
the
be able
ship,
to-
Lydia says.
Oh, yeah, and please don't burn the ship. Be careful with your plane. I'll be in fire, and then we don't have anywhere to move anymore.
Elana looks... Oh,
Go ahead.
Elana looks back to Lydia and then pats her hand on Thrulmar's shoulder before nodding to the captain and thanking her for taking them yet again to a new destination. Thank you, man. It may be a good thing to retire below deck and actually find some food. We've been in a cave all day.
Alright. Rika?
Yeah, I'm definitely hungry.
Rika, go ahead and get them all situated. And you'll see the captain just head below deck. Along with Rika.
Happy? You sure must be hungry. Let's go get some food. Come with me.
Alright. Did anybody want to roleplay out the rest of the night, or should we just go ahead and skip to night?
I think skip would be good.
Yeah. Although I'm curious what would happen with the dragon, but I guess Flappy's just like very happy to sleep around because that's what dragons do.
Yeah.
Phrasing.
I'm
The phrasing, babe. Sleep around means
Oh, sorry. Fucking.
You did it.
Oh my god.
You've looted the dragon
Well
in less than 10 minutes.
That didn't take long.
I didn't do it on purpose. I'm sorry. Freaking Europe.
I'm okay for either. I could certainly roleplay, but we could skip also. I'm fine with either.
Okay, so we got 2 for skip, 1 I don't care. No.
I'm in camp. I could go either way.
Alright, so we'll just go ahead and skip. Alright, so you all... I'll just kind of speed through this. You know, you eat a pretty well hearty meal. It's exactly what you needed after the shit you went through. As you prepare for bed, night's setting on, and you all go to sleep. But before we go to the next day, I gotta turn Ruby down because I can barely hear myself talk. Before you all go to bed, Taylor,
Uh-huh.
you have a dream.
Oh.
It's a dream about your old life. While that you're devout of your god, you've also had a penchant for tinkering. You vaguely remember this as you kind of just like made like just small little knickknacks and tinkered with a lot of things. In this dream, you see your lover and your child. And the overwhelming feeling that you're feeling during this dream, or at least what you remember from this, is that you were making a small little, just like a small toy for your offspring. Wow, for your child. Though, when you look down at it, it looks like something that you haven't really seen in this world before. And then you wake up.
That is one depressing dream.
So, you've recollected your time as tinkering, and that's how... And then that's where you get your level Artificer from.
Pog.
Alright. So, morning comes. While you're still on the ship, you're still expected to do your duties as told. And once kind of the afternoon, evening hits, or afternoon I should say, Lydia will say, "Alright, we're here. We'll be docking very shortly."
Alright. Nara turns to Flappy, and I guess at this point they've explored the whole ship, except for the cargo area in the bottom. And Flappy might have eaten some of the things and some of the provisions in the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
but he just looks at him and is like, "Alright, Flappy, listen. You're now entering a civilized city. I'm personally not too, knowledged about these, but just try to not cause too much of a ruckus and just try and stay on my shoulder as good as possible. I don't think we should run into too much troubles, because I think the people are they're not hostile towards dragons around these parts, but it could be possible that some might not like you flapping around. So just behave, be a good dragon, and sit on my shoulder, okay?"
Right. Mm-hmm.
Aelana moves over and places her hand on Nara's shoulder and then scratches Flappy's head a little before nodding. There are many enlightened people in this city, but there are common folk as well as many travelers and vendors and people of all stripes. It would be best if you refrained from any outbursts or sudden actions. People might be more curious than not, but some decorum is expected in depending on where we arrive or where we go in the city.
Also, very important. I know you like hunting rats, but if you see one, ask me first if you may hunt them. Okay?
Okay.
Alright. Who's a good little dragon? Who's a good little dragon? You're a good little dragon. Scratchy, scratchy, scratch, scratch, scratch.
Okay. Let me get one thing squared away.
There's a thing that Alana remembers, but I'll wait until you are ready.
My rope?
Go
Does she
ahead.
remember my rope?
What?
Taylor's
My-
really not about
Ta-
that rope.
Taylor's
Yeah.
rope in the bridge.
It's also funny because that rope might have been useful to like keep Flappy in place. Although then again,
Why did you do
Keep my-
that?
yeah, that's a good point. Flappy's a very good behaving dragon. Very well trained.
Alright. So, it's a little late evening, or late afternoon. You start docking preparations for getting into the city of Paco. And let's see. Alright. So you get all set up, and as you start to unboard, you see the captain to see you off. Says, well, we're here. I don't suppose. Well, I guess it probably wouldn't be. Ah, never mind. I guess you can't really ask to have you stay with us. It'd be nice, but I don't think that would be a possibility.
Alana moves towards the disembarking area of the ship before returning to the captain. Having taken some time to actually don her noble garments, I am actually looking for them in my inventory, but I have them. But she looks to the captain and nods before speaking a little more evenly than before. Some amount of effort seeming to be carrying in her how she's enunciating some things, almost like she's out of deep practice. If you need anything, please let us know. So far, you seem to have been a very honorable group of seafaring people. I can't promise anything, certainly. I don't know what my compatriots may want to or may not want to do, but I feel like you are all good enough and are deserving of help. So should you need anything and we cross paths again, don't hesitate to let me know.
She kind of has a bit of a sorrowful look on her face. And she says, well, I think that you've all done quite enough.
Nara looks to the captain as well, but is a little bit distracted every so often by Flappy seeing a rat on the docks and like pulling him back a little bit again. Like, no, no, Flappy, no. Well, thank you very much for taking us in and helping me and also the others to figure out one of the biggest mysteries of this planet and of this world in general.
Of course.
And yeah, I do have to agree. You're very, very beautiful people, and mayhaps like if you need us, if you want to stay in contact in some way or another.
She shakes her head and she just kind of smiles as she starts heading back to the ship.
You know where Goldbeard's lair is. Goldbeard's lair. I feel like he could probably reach out to us, and he would most likely be helpful to you as well, as long as you tell them that you were the people that brought us to his place.
This is unfortunately a goodbye.
Alright. Thank you very much for the hospitality.
Of course.
We will remember you, no matter what.
Thank you.
Nara tries to bow, almost putting Flappy out of balance and like holding him real quick, like oh, I'm sorry, and then like does a little curtsy.
Okay. She'll get on the ship.
May Naris protect you, Captain.
That sounds nice. Alright, and then you see them pull up the docking board. And as they set sail, you see the destiny of heaven vanish. Like as it goes out towards the horizon, it just becomes a ghostly image until it's nothing.
I hope they're all right out there, Ilana says after watching the ship for a few moments.
So, I hope they stay safe.
Yeah, I hope they don't fall off the edge. But I'm quite sure they're blessed.
They've got a good captain. I'm rather fond of her attitude.
I agree. She was very friendly. Without a doubt.
Alright. Someone make a perception check.
Well, definitely not Nara, because she's very busy with like keeping her eyes
I
on Flappy.
I can.
If you need a second, I
For the
can
love
also.
of-
Mm-hmm.
With perception. Ooh, whoa.
Where is the...
Under P. P.
God.
Blind as a bat.
Taylor,
Yeah.
you notice it wasn't quite there before, but as soon as the destiny of heaven set sail and vanished, you see a small coffer in front of you. On top of it was the coin that the captain had.
Wait.
What is that, guys? Am I the only one who's seeing this chest here?
That's the captain's coin.
Wait. Why did the captain leave that coin?
And even more important, what's in the chest?
Is this meant for us?
Possibly. Thormo
Only
will
one
go
way
and
to find out.
Thormo will go and take the coin and look at it. Well, she said it was her keepsake from there, so if she has left it behind, it's only right that we make sure that we see her again to give it back to her, isn't it?
Fair enough. I am not sure what that might say about what she was intending to do. but I don't know that she said anything about knowing anyone in this town. We would be the only people otherwise that she would have any contact with as far as we're aware.
Well, let's see what's in the chest, Taylor says, and opens it up.
Alright, you open it up. There is the first thing you see is a folded piece of parchment. Underneath it, money, jewels, and riches.
What the fuck?
What's in the parchment? What does the parchment say?
Taylor will accept the parchment and reads it out loud for everyone to hear.
Okay. You unfold the parchment, and it says, "Thank you for one final adventure. This will be one that we won't forget. This is one This is the one that will make us, that will set us free. Take care. And always let something be your guiding star."
Wait,
One last adventure.
set us free.
Have we just been on a ghost ship or something?
If Nara Scale could have goosebumps, they would definitely have them right now.
Aelana seemed concerned, but narrowed her eyes more in thought than worry. After a moment, she nodded to Thromar and spoke a little more quietly. Maybe. I don't know, just as any of us do, unless anyone else has any better insight into this, but they weren't oh, sorry. They weren't ill to us. In fact, they brought us here. So they couldn't have been bad. It didn't seem that way anyway.
Nara looks over to Taylor and is like, "What? What?
Well, it's safe to say we're not seeing her again.
But oh no." But I guess we helped them set themselves free in a way. Wait, was that mayhaps somehow? Nara pulls out her notes and is very eagerly looking through all of them. Was that mayhaps? Flappy, do you know something? Did your father had a crew?
Yeah?
Is it possible that that was his crew?
He kind of tilts his head as he starts thinking. I don't know.
Wait, show the dragon the coin.
I mean, all right. Nora takes the coin and shows it to little Flappy on her shoulder. Do you recognize this coin somehow, mayhaps?
Yeah, Papa's got lots of those.
Will I be damned?
Wait. Nora looks like she just had the epiphany of the universe and everything and just found the reason of that. I feel like they were meant to bring us to Goldbeard's cave. That's why they didn't ask for payment. Everything makes sense. That was, I believe that was Goldbeard's whole crew.
I don't know.
That can't be, can it?
Possibly.
Papa always told me about his first mate. What was her name? Linda. No.
Lydia?
Lisa. No. Yeah, Lydia.
Nara's face is wide open.
Mouth.
Sorry.
Aelana smirks and
Was that her?
She
I-
look.
Yes.
She's so pretty.
Ilana looks at the little dragon and then to the other members of her party before she simply nods once and breathes a little outwardly as she speaks. To one last adventure, it seems, then. Hopefully they found what they were looking for.
I mean, if my theory is correct here, and my theories are often correct because they led us to this place, I feel like, yes, they were meant to bring us there and show us to Goldbeard. I think that was their sole and only purpose. And I'm so curious, why the hell? How? I have so many questions and I have no answers. She then goes curiously crazy on her notes and like is going through a lot of things and just stands a little bit off the side and just her head is fuming.
Ilana suddenly stops and looks towards Thromar and Taylor a little more openly terrified as she goes pale. If that's true, what have we been eating?
Huh. Well, it was good.
Maybe too good. Almost exactly what we felt like we needed at the time. I think maybe there is some truth in this. Perhaps the crew was looking for a group of people to be introduced to Goldbeard and take up the duty that he sets on us. It would appear that there are greater powers at work here than we first imagined.
Nara is getting frustrated over her notes and looks to Flappy real quick. Are we the first adventurers to arrive at your father's cave, or have there been people before?
The first one I've seen, I'm only 20 years old.
I mean, I know that. You're a small little dragon, but
Ilana laughs a little and looks kind of over Nara's shoulder as she speaks. Story's little one. Has your father ever said anything about other people visiting you all in your cave?
There was one time that, cause Papa was like a pirate too, but he only stole from bad pirates. Cause, well, if they took him from other people, then it would rightfully belong to him because the seas belong to Papa. And then he oh, how'd it go? And there's always really strong people that came, very nice people, and they wanted to see the world be better and thrive and have wanted everyone to be happy.
Ilana listens and leans her head back on her shoulders for a moment before continuing. Then we weren't the first. I wonder what happened to the ones that came before us.
Nara is still a little bit in her notes and is like, oh yeah, it seems like that's a common trait for gold dragons. That makes sense. I mean, you're a good dragon, aren't you? You're a very good dragon. Fancy. Then Nara looks around and sees a little rat on the docks and is like, hey, Flappy. Good dragon. You got a treat. Go catch that rat. Go catch that rat.
He like wiggles his butt and pounces and catches it. And then throws it into the ocean.
Aww. Alright, but I believe we should get going. I don't know where to, but
Alright, well, you are in the Harbor District. Not really a whole lot here. Looks like that most of what's around here is some really dingy looking taverns. Or at least a tavern. Looks like that's mostly where sailors would come out. But mostly it looks like that it's just warehouses. But this place is huge. This is a very large city.
Nara's still taking care of Flappy and like putting him back on the shoulders and is a little bit careful of the people looking around,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of unusual for her, but I guess some motherly instincts have awoken in her.
We're a funny looking party anyway, so people are gonna
Sure.
stare.
Sure, but I want to take care of Flappy. I don't want anyone to like, I don't know. Anyways, Ilana, you've been here before, right? Do you maybe know a place like a tavern or something? Perhaps we get a clue or a lead there.
Aelana looks towards Nara for a moment, then stares at the dragon idly before she looks to the other two. Shaking her head a little, she finally gives a half nod as she speaks. Possibly. I haven't been here in many years, but if we're worried about crowds and attention, it may help if I moved at the front for a little while. I don't want to, but if it's needed, I can probably help with any discussions that may happen while we're in this city.
Okay. So,
Quick question. Should I ensure that Flappy is somehow hidden or something, or do you believe that the people of this town wouldn't be too scared of small dragons?
oh, Papa taught me a trick.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. He goes, hey, and you just see him just kind of grunting a little bit, and he kind of flashes into like a little ball of white, and he turns into
He's just a troll.
he turns into a ferret.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Aww.
Are we bringing ferrets into the game? Ferrets? Ferrets?
With an E, I think.
A ferret.
What's happening?
Aw.
Dislike button. Dislike.
Aelana,
Cancelled.
Aelana tries not to smirk as she looks at Nara and speaks out of the side of one of her, one side of her mouth as she looks towards some of the bystanders. See if he'll want to ride in one of your pouches or something, a bag or anything. He may pass as a simple pet.
He kind of starts burrowing between Nara's breasts and like pokes his head up between the robes.
Yeah, sure, little guy. That's, I don't know. Is that socially acceptable? I don't give a shit. That's okay. You can stay here. And she pats him softly.
Thromar's eyes widen slightly, and he takes maybe a little bit too long to look away from the sight.
Alright, but Ilana, since you are from this town originally, you do know that this place has been mostly considered a starting point, especially with the temples. A lot of different temples, monasteries, and academies that are here, but more in the surrounding areas. That's more in like, you know, like the in the Temple District. Right now, you're at the docks. You'll have to go through the Merchants District, of which that you know that there are a lot of different merchants that provide wares. There's alchemists, armorers, weaponsmiths. There's even a scribe and a wandcraft.
Okay.
But there's one particular place for an inn that you found that it's pretty welcoming, mostly because it's where a lot of other, at least those at the temple, will mostly start their pilgrimage and get that started. It's the Pilgrim's Mead Hall.
As a little side note, just because I forgot to mention that during Dragon Cave, we did get the loot and everything, and the what is it called again? Braces of archery, since they are so massive because they're made. Nara put them on her legs, so she has like little leather straps, so to say, or quite big leather straps around her legs.
Have you tried?
Nara has a big leather strap.
Have you tried putting them on your arms?
She hasn't. She just put them on her legs because they were so big.
Okay.
That's how Nara works, and it kind of looks sexy. So I wanted to mention that just so you know.
Very hot.
Okay. So you'll put them on your legs. While they're pretty big, the moment they're a little bit baggy on you now, but we'll get back to that.
Okay.
Okay. So, are you gonna be going to the mead hall on your way, or are you gonna check out any of the shops?
Maybe a weapons shop.
Aelana nods to Taylor as she sort of turns her head back and addresses the others, speaking in a even reasonably confident tone. There's a merchant district here, and a temple district beyond that. The farther inward we go, the more often we'll run into noble folk, assuming things are the same as they were when I was young. We will probably want to be on reasonably good behavior, so please do your best to mind your manners here. Don't approach people rudely, and expect that they may or may not carry a tongue in their words or their intentions. Nobles tend to speak with something in mind. I've found she kind of trails off before nodding her head sideways.
Nara steps
We-
a little. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. we can reach a tavern that may be a decent place to begin wherever we want to go from here. But passing beyond the merchants may be beneficial to us in the meantime. The tavern itself is just this way, if that sounds agreeable to everyone.
Steps a little bit closer to Fillmore in order to nods to him in a way of you make sure that I'm not doing any stupid stuff, thanks. And then looks back to Ilana and is like, well, I don't have any more pieces of currency, so I don't think I could do anything anyways. I think we good, right, Flappy? Looks down.
But what about the big box?
Oh, the big box.
Yes,
Did we forget the big box? Oh,
your father's friends seem to have left something. We may want to look at that before we start on to the shops.
Did we OOC forget the big box on the docks and no one?
The big box full of valuables? Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Like that's
Doesn't
fine.
sound like us at all.
Oh my
No.
god.
No,
so
you
I
didn't.
guess.
You didn't forget it. But you don't know how much it's worth. At least not now.
So who's like bearing or like holding the big box? Who carried it?
Myself or Taylor could lift a fair bit. We could also maybe look at taking a gander inside and seeing what it is and split it up evenly between us. I really don't mind either way.
All right. So, well, I mean, when Taylor did open the box, there was the note, and underneath it did say that there was coins and some gems in there. If you want to take the time to count it out, you'll find that there is about 4,000 gold worth of riches.
Damn!
Whoa!
What? I see this campaign is starting
Wow.
very OP. I've noted that down, by the way. Unless someone else wants to like do, I don't know, the whole money thing.
It seems straightforward enough. This looks to be about 4,000 gold, so we're all here together. 1,000 for each of us. We may want to look at the gems as a reserve of some kind for our party, but I don't know anything about whatever else or whatever riches may be attached to it.
I'll go ahead and say it's, like, with the coins and gems in there, it's valued at about that.
Okay.
Would there happen to be any diamonds in there?
Roll a percentile.
Oh. Roll big, roll big.
There are no
Oh.
diamonds in there.
Ooh.
Ah. Well, no resurrection for us.
Damn it! Dragon's always holding out on us.
I mean, we can get diamonds easily. I don't know, let's see what. But yeah, I guess we split it up evenly in 1,000 each.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sounds fair.
Gold?
Yes. Well, with whatever we find in that box, its value, yeah, I think it would be best if we split it up evenly between us. It may also help as we move through the city, she says quietly. If you all are traveling with me and each of us are able to levy some amount of observable value should it become necessary, then it may lend credence to our stance in discussions. Money has a hold with the nobles here, so for us to each be secure in that, it may be beneficial to us to do it that way.
Alright. So we shouldn't spend it on like... Actually, I don't need to spend it on food anyways. I don't know what to do with this money anyways. Although maybe there's some good books. Oh! I still have my beautiful book here. The bronze scale book. Maybe I should figure out if someone in the city knows what to do with it.
I definitely need a new weapon.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Sure. I'm...
The slight out of character question: if we're each carrying 1,000 gold, and gold has weight, should we add that to our actual inventory, or is this more of a? You know, I'm trying to figure out how to. Since gold has a weight, we would kind of be, you know.
Unless you're like honestly gonna be like trying to carry something like really weird and awkward, I kind of hate encumbrance rules. So,
Okay.
I mean, honestly, it's like I'd say, yeah, you can it's like some of it's like, yeah, loose coin. A lot of it's mostly just gems. So like, whatever.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Change, babe. Well, all right.
All right.
Alana says as she stands back a little more self-assured, casting a side eye to her own purse and then looking at the others. This should square us away for basic requirements. We may want to make for the merchant's quarter now and eventually turn towards the tavern.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
Also, Ilana, I'm sorry, but do you perhaps know where someone might know about something about this book here, the bronze scale book?
GM, should I do? I mean, I'm from this town, but I'm more martial in my knowledge, so I don't expect I'd necessarily know much outright about arcane or that sort of thing or history, unless should I roll?
No, because I did already say what was in the merchant's district from your recollection of being in the town. I'll just go ahead and repeat. There's an alchemist, an armory, a weaponsmith. There's a scribe and a wandwright.
Alana nodded to Nara and gestured with a slight hand, kind of making a little bit of a face as she responded. There is a scribe here, and there are a few different arcane vendors, or at least those who might know something, so there may be a place for you to ask questions. I don't know too much about it myself, or those particular types of arts or information, but I do know that there is a store or two that might have someone that knows.
All right. Do we want to split up or do we stay together? I think we should stay together. I definitely stay with Romar. Otherwise, I might do something bad in the city.
All right. Everyone just roll me an initiative real quick, just so that way we can just see who is going to lead the party to what shop.
Oh, damn. Taylor really needs a new sword.
All right.
Taylor's like, sword now.
All right, Taylor, you have first choice of where to go.
Well, I think we should first go to the weapon shop.
Okay. You're standing in kind of like this round, rotund district of the merchant shops. Around the edges are mostly two-story buildings. That's where a lot of people really just kind of make their shops. This is called Duke's Fane Street. You see that there is a placard on one of the side next door to the armor. It's called Sarah's Blades. The shop is actually single story, of finely carved stone. And it looks like it kind of has like a little blue roof on it. So outside you can kind of see that there's like weapons racks of just kind of some basic swords. There is, it looks like a half-elf that's just kind of leaned against the door, at least the side of the door. Mostly just kind of looks like he's keeping an eye out just to make sure that nobody steals the ones out front, but it looks like that these are of excellent craft.
Well, this looks like a good place. Let's go inside.
Alright. Half-elf outside will just kind of keep an eye on you as you walk in, but doesn't really say too much. As you go in, you see that there is a stout human named Sari. He says, "Hi, welcome to Sari's Blades. I'm the titular Sari. What can we do for you?"
We are looking for a... Well, I am at least looking for a new weapon.
Well, you've come to the right place. I got a few things here, but if you are wanting something custom made, unfortunately, I am a little bit busy with that, and may take a few moons for me to get around to that.
Well, I've tried this two-handed blade, and I'm just not sure if it's really my kind of weapon. I was thinking about something like a rapier or something like that.
Well, I mean, I have some rapiers, but if you wanted pretty basic, and they'll get the job done. But if you're wanting anything special, like I said, that'll come at an extra cost of money and time.
What do y'all think? Taylor says, looking at the group.
Elena looks to Taylor and raises her brow. Well, we haven't heard of any leads or anything we should necessarily be doing at the moment. Arguably, it's not that we don't have a little time. I maybe see what he says about how long it'll take him. If he can make something that you like and we have the time, it may be worth the wait.
Well, let's see. How long and how much would a good quality rapier cost me?
Well, I've got plenty of nice nobles and ladies that have been wanting something very special. Like I said, I'm pretty well booked up, so I would not be able to get around to it until probably within 2 moons or so.
That would be alright, I think.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and get the paperwork started. He starts procuring a few documents, sets out a quill and ink, and a order form for you. And he's like, well, just tell me what you want. If there's any special designs, any properties that you'd like to have on it. And we'll look into that.
In the background, Nara is feeding the little ferret with small little scraps from her pouch.
Well, I mean, like, what kind of special things could be on there?
Well, there's a lot of different things that you could put on there, but let me pull up. Because we can always imbue it with some sort of magic.
Oh. What kinds of magic would be available?
Well, if you have any ideas, I could see if we could try to get it in there. But sorry, I'm getting my stuff here.
Nara's still feeding the little ferret in the
Mhm.
background. Like, just softly and giving some head pats. He's like,
Who's a drink? Who's a drink? Not too loud. Who's a drink? Who's a drink?
Zoromark's watching that with a big smile on his face.
Nara looks over to Filmar and is like, you wanna feed him too?
Yeah, sure. Steps closer and will accept food and feed little Flappy.
Well, as if you wanted to imbue it with magic, then, like I said, that'll take a couple moons, and, well, if you ever get hit with a magic weapon, it hurts a little bit more, and you're always a little bit more willing to, a little bit more on your mark, I should say.
Think I got the magic part figured out myself.
Oh, is there something you want to put on there?
Taylor says, thinking about the dream he had. No, I can put magic on my weapons myself.
Okay, well, I mean, the magic that we can put on there just makes it a little bit more durable and a little bit more deadly. But that's up to you. Otherwise, I do have very other enchanted items at my disposal as well, so if you have any questions or if you want to see what I have, maybe there's something else that you would like.
So Nara in the background shrieks up real quick and it's like, sorry, you have magical weapons. Mayhaps you have heard some tale or something about, I'm sorry. Nara is my name. I'm from the Stramachodes clan, from the mountains, obviously. She like reaches out her hands because she thinks that's how people do it, but like almost puts the hand in her face.
Wait, she puts her own hand in her face?
No, she pulls her hand out like as to shake it, but almost puts it in the face of the shopkeeper.
Oh, he just kind of reels back a bit and is like, pleasure. Go ahead.
One sec. Have you perhaps heard something? She looks at her notes again. The Stormglaive. Have you heard something about this? Perhaps like might be like a legendary tale or something, or
Huh?
I don't know.
I mean, only thing I've ever really heard of is that, yeah, it's the chosen weapon of Panem.
Oh, okay.
Everybody knows that around here.
I mean,
at least.
yeah, obviously, I know, but all right, thanks. That's all. Thank you. Hey, thank you.
Aelana smiles and nods towards the shopkeeper, speaking in an even tone. It's almost as though her words are structured with care and precision as much as she can manage. And she speaks slowly. Please forgive my friend. She is very curious and very passionate. She is a friend of my house, and we are natives of this city. So she's trying to find out what she can from anyone who may offer. I appreciate her love of weapons, but naturally, coming to such a fine establishment, she would have questions.
He shrugs and says, well, I mean, I always get people that want to threaten to, cut my throat for my wares, so if that's the worst that happens, then... He just kind of chuckles. It's no worries, no worries.
Aelana laughs lightly and bows her head before gesturing back to Nara and Taylor, especially seeing that Taylor was most seemingly interested in what was at the shop.
So, you want to check out his wares?
Yes. I suppose that as she stands there, she'll take a few moments and then actually kind of nod her head and offer that she's simply curious in seeing what the best that you might have to offer would be. She's got a taste for larger weapons, heavier weapons, but is curious to see what the shopkeep's been able to produce.
Alright. And he says, well, I got something here that might kind of fit that, but I mean, if you want to see everything I got, go ahead and roll me 3d6 individually.
3d6 individually.
Mm-hmm. Give me 2 more.
2 more d6.
Yes. Okay, and give me 1 more. Because we got a couple
Oh boy.
repeats. 1 more. Fine, I'll just round that one down.
My numbers.
Stop being so consistent.
It's what I do.
All right. He'll Okay, so he pulls out 4 weapons. He sets down a sickle. He'll set down a excuse me, a warhammer, a crossbow, and a net.
Interesting. What about this sickle?
Well, made this one a while ago. He picks it up, and it looks like that around the handle it's inlaid with adamantine. And he just says, well, just imbued with some basic magic. Like I said, it'll hurt a lot more if you than just like a normal farmer's tool, so...
Fair enough. And the hammer.
Okay. This actually looks fairly ornate. Looks like there's some, like, it's actually has, like, some inlaid amber in the head. At least, like, where the, at least where, like, the handle of the hammer would meet. It looks like there's, like, small bits of amber that are, like, that kind of decorate kind of around towards the top. It's, like, about the same. Looks pretty. Hurts like hell.
If you
Hurts
get
like
both, you can summon Karl Marx as your battle pet.
Oh God. Amethyst, she says as she moves her fingertips along the wedge head of the hammer itself, taking her time, almost examining with her touch at the crest of the hammer before she looks to the shopkeep. And how much would this particular piece of work cost?
And that's for the hammer?
Yes.
Okay. Let me get the price sheet pulled up here.
Maury, you never told me how much my thing is gonna cost.
About 1,000 gold.
All your money.
$1 million. like how the music is a little too epic for the occasion. So you're buying in the shop. I see slow motion, like
Yeah.
coins dropping on the table.
Wow.
Seductively touch the top of a warhammer and like
Air
bullet,
coming from
Yep.
somewhere.
bullet time starts happening. Like wait.
Watch out
That's
for that
the-
Warhammer. It costs 40k.
Hammers really aren't my thing, but it depends. It depends.
Alright, so yeah, he says, well, I mean, the weapons themselves don't cost too much, but really, my money lies with the enchantments that I imbue on them. So, for these two, he looks over to Taylor and then Ilana. If you'd like me to imbue a rapier for you, it'd be, again, you have to wait 2 months, but 1,000 gold, and then he holds up the hammer, 1,000 gold.
Wow.
I literally said I don't want fucking magic on it, you stupid.
Do you say
Nara
that?
just steps a little
No, I
back.
didn't.
Do
Are
it.
you sure?
Do it.
No, I
Do
didn't.
it. Do it.
I
Do it.
didn't.
Do it.
Alright.
Do it. Do it. Seriously, it's some RP value.
Alright. Well, if you just want a rapier, they got plenty of rapiers that don't need to be custom made. So, just a normal rapier that'll run you. Kind of taps his fingers, about 25 gold.
Alright.
Hey, Lana,
What's 1,007 minus 25?
yeah, 975 plus 7.
That's 982.
So- Yeah. Ilana listens and slowly removes her fingertips from the top of the hammer before nodding. Looking over to Taylor before as she throws almost a smirk and says, "Well, the gentleman doesn't want an enchantment. It sounds like he may have a better deal than what he's looking at." And bows her head a little and waits for Taylor to finish with the shopkeep.
Alright.
I don't understand how I need to enter it in the character sheet.
Should I come over? I'm coming over.
No.
1 sec.
Alright, well, if you want stats for, or damage for the rapier, it's 1d8 piercing damage, and it has finesse properties. As for the warhammer, it's 1d8 bludgeoning, and also has the versatile property, so you can either use it one-handed for 1d8, or you can two-hand it for 1d10.
Two-handed? How would I use it two-handed?
That's for only the warhammer.
Oh. Where do I enter the attack bonus if proficient?
You would just take your proficiency bonus plus dexterity, since it's a finesse weapon. Which I think you can use if it's finesse, you can use either strength or dex.
Yeah.
Where does it say that?
I'm actually curious. Where is like the whole attack thing going on? It's maybe in spells? Isn't it in spell? No, wait, that's only.
No, there's
No, it's in
attacks
the-
and spell
It's in the
casting.
bottom. It's okay. Let me. Pull up Nixie's sheet. Yeah, you got it. So that's where you put it. But also, you still, yep, you have your two-handed sword. So if you're going to be using your rapier more, then that's where you put it. Damage 1d8. Piercing. Plus strength. Yeah, that looks fine to me. Although, yep, you're good.
Oh, okay.
And, Ashlyn, did you need me to, give you the stats on the Warhammer again? See, this is more shop music.
Yeah, this is awesome. I like this music. Quick question. Can we perhaps take a quick break here around? Or I don't know like how much content you've prepared or anything, but I'm kind of hungry for pizza.
Okay. Yeah, we can take a quick break. We've been going for about 2 hours, so...
That's
Alright, well, I'll go ahead and mute stream. Everybody in chat, you go get more water, go pee, go get a snack.
Hydrate the PP.
No! No! No, we're going to the BRB screen. Goodbye.
That's for OnlyFans.
Alright,
Sounds
we
good.
are back. So, after shopping at the weaponsmith, Taylor says that he is very tired from the journey and is going to find his way to the Pilgrim's Meadery. So, he departs, and we're left with the three.
I hope Taylor's feeling better soon.
I hope so. We'll see him very shortly, I would suspect.
That's true. That's very true. Alright, I really want to figure out what this book is all about. So, let's go to this scribe shop, or whatever it was called.
Okay.
Alana nods and yeah, she nods and kind of says yes. If anybody would know anything about it, I would guess that a scribe would. That would be my suggestion. So sure, if Thromar doesn't have any objections, that would be the next place we might want to go.
No objections whatsoever.
Alright, so you head right across the street. There is a very large carved wooden scroll, and above it says Harry's Wondrous Scriptorium. It's another single-story building, half timbered walls, and kind of it's pretty closed on the outside, but you can kind of see a little bit inside. Do you all go in?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. As you walk in, you see that the whole shop is actually very disorganized. There's just piles of scrolls everywhere. Behind the counter, it's there's a stack of books. The counter itself is just messy, just ink stains and just bottles of ink just haphazardly placed everywhere. You see a female halfling, and she's, "Hi, welcome to my scriptorium. Apologize for the mess."
Nara is very smiling, all both ears, and is like, "Oh my god, this shop is awesome! Don't worry about the mess. I have a mess myself." And then she shows her scripts and everything, her kind of loosely sitting letters, and like, "This is fine. Oh my god, am I just allowed to look through these things, or
Yeah, if there's anything that you want, just make sure you put it back where you found it. This is organized chaos.
I see.
Everything has
I
its
get
place, and I will remember where it's at.
Yes, I get it. I get it completely. Oh my god. Oh right. So before I'm drifting off and go looking on things, I have a little inquiry. Perhaps you might be able to help me out as a fellow chaotic writing person.
Scribe. Just the word
Pulls
scribe
out.
here.
Oh, that's an actual. Oh. She takes out one of her notes and scribbles down scribe. All right. So I have found on one of my journeys this very, very special book, and she pulls out. I don't know where she pulls it out because it kind of seems like a big book, but she presents the bronze scaled book.
Right? She looks at it and she kind of holds her hands out. She's like, "May I see it?"
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, be my guest.
Okay.
No one has been able to open it, and even the person I've been getting this from, I guess. She looks down at Flappy and is like, "Psh." The person I've been getting it from, also didn't know how to open it, and they seem to be a very, very knowledged person. So.
I see. Well, it's locked.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
It's locked. It means you can't open it. Like you'd lock a door.
Is it just mechanical, or?
It looks. She kind of squints at it a little bit. She kind of pulls down her glasses a little bit and squints. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, it looked like there was magical locks, but those have long since faded. But the thing is it's still locked. Interesting. This must be a very old book. You didn't happen to you didn't steal this from the academy, did you?
I don't even know what the academy is. No, I've got it from.
Clearly.
How could we call him? A very friendly person that was living on an island. Let's say like that.
Okay. Well, normally some books have a magical lock on them. You know, you gotta keep. Only well-talented mages can open them. This magic, however, it seems to have bound to the tome, so this is very old. Yep, I got nothing, sorry.
Do you perhaps know someone who might help me out here?
Help is a very loose term. They would mostly help themselves, but I'm sure that the scholars at the academy would more than likely just take it from you.
Well, I'll make sure they will help me and not help themselves.
Oh, they'll help themselves.
I have a very good friend here that will make sure that they will have to help me and not themselves. But we will see. Thanks a lot for the heads up or whatever it's called.
Of course. Would you like to buy something?
Yeah, right. Let's get back to that stuff. That's way more interesting and like, oh my god, this is so many things. And Nara is like figuring out some stuff and like reading through some of the scrolls that are laying around. What is there in that shop?
Go ahead.
Aelana almost glares at Nara before kind of raising her brow and not saying anything, but seeming a little taken aback by her suggestion that and what it might allude to as she listens quietly otherwise.
Alright, but the female halfling, she'll scoop up like an armful, like she's hugging like all these scrolls, and then she just kind of like, you know, with one hand still hugs them, and then just shoves all the ink and quill bottles off to the side, and then just splays them out. And she says, "Well, I got a few different things. Is there something that you were needing in particular, or I could just go down and see what each one of these are?"
I'm just curious in books, but I mean, I guess scrolls are always also cool, but mostly I'm curious about the history of everything and all the information, right? All the information is always a good thing, right? And she like winks to the shopkeeper and like a way of you know me, you got me here, right? You got me.
Oh my god, this is Overwatch.
Oh yeah, it is kind of sounding like Overwatch.
It's definitely Overwatch.
I think it is a variation, so it's not copyrighted.
Anyway, well, I don't normally sell tomes. I sell blank tomes for students that are starting at the academy, but every great wizard or spellcaster makes their own tomes. I simply just sell the scrolls that students may copy down and practice.
Oh.
But anyway, oh, here, there's this one. This one will protect you against the undead.
Oh.
Oh, this one, if you need someone, if you just need to have someone not hear any conversations, that's really good. Oh, this one will charm somebody. This one's really fun. It's my favorite. It sends out a spray of color. This one makes you go faster. This one can heal wounds. mostly paper cuts if you're going to be dealing with. I have a lot of these for myself. I cut myself quite a bit. Um,
Oh, I know that feeling.
this one imbues your weapon. This one makes a double of yourself. This one, if you want somebody to throw up, it's quite funny actually. This will make them quite sick and ill. This one lets you see invisible things. This one lets you conjure up an image of sorts. Yeah, so just whatever you need.
Wow, that's a lot. You said something about creating a mirror image of yourself.
Yeah.
That that one about the conversations, and she's like pulling out some of the papers and like, wasn't this one? Wait, which one was the one that could make someone very sick and ill? That is probably always very good to have.
This one.
Oh, all right.
She holds it out.
Yeah, that sounds probably useful in some cases. She looks around and is like, "Is that okay? Can I? Am I being judged here or something?"
No judgment here.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'll take those. That sounds awesome.
All right. So you'll take the sickness one and which one? The mirror image.
Mirror image, sickness, and the one that mutes conversations, whatever that was. Or makes conversations unheard or something.
Okay, so those are. All right. So
Also,
it's
my pizza is over, but yeah, let's finish this real quick.
Okay, I'll go get your pizza. I gotta look them up anyway.
Okay, all right. In that case, be right back in like 2 minutes or so. See you in a sec.
See ya.
Takes a while to look through these spells.
In the days before barcodes and price tags, we have the memory.
How much was this exactly? Yes.
Yes.
How much money do you have? 1,000 gold? Oh, these just happen to cost 1,000 gold.
That's a steal.
Exactly.
It is for one of us.
Stealing. Wait, no. I'm a cleric. No stealing.
We'll get you to stray. Somehow we'll get you to stray.
Well, I'm not going to say no because anything can happen, and everything will happen.
Ooh, sounds like a nice vacation.
Vacation. This is what I do every day.
It's an everyday thing to stray from your path.
All right.
If you're yes.
All right. So I got the prices pulled up whenever she gets back.
Woohoo.
One thing I will say to the stream and
All right, I'm
hello-
back.
good evening, everybody. It's one of the hilarious things about being a barbarian and a melee character when your entire party can use magic of some flavor, one or faith-based or whatever, and you walk into a magic shop and you're the barbarian. You kind of stand in a corner and go, like we'll be done someday. Not like it's just like, neat, my friends are doing the things. Like,
I mean, in theory, you could use scrolls as well.
I mean,
You can.
yeah, but
Just saying.
All right. So
So,
let's see.
I say that in an amused way, by the way. It's I enjoy that the three of you do these kinds of crazy shopping things with the magic locations, and I'm kind of like, I will make sure nobody enters the store. And it's like, wait, this is a store. Yes, nobody's getting in.
Right, you kind of see her just kind of tally 600 gold for the three.
Oh god. Yeah, alright. She counts it off. Like, and it's like ending at around 433. Puts on a diamond on top of that. Not a diamond, a ruby or something like that. Or like a few stones and everything.
She'll take it.
Alright, thank you.
You're welcome.
You need to write me down or tell me what kind of scrolls I just bought there.
Okay, so first one is a scroll of blindness, or sorry, scroll of deafness. Second one is mirror image. And
That's very useful.
last one is ray of sickness.
Oh! Oh! Nice one.
Alright, anybody else have business at the scribe?
Nope.
Alright.
Alana thinks for a moment. Takes another long moment, but slowly decides that no, she must not, and yeah, she doesn't think so.
Alright. Alright, so she will bid you farewell. And as you come out, you see Flappy kind of wiggle his way out from underneath Nara's robes.
Oh, Happy, what's up?
And then he starts hopping around, and you see him go into a shop.
Wait, Flappy, no, wait. Nora chases him.
Alright, you chase
Throw
him.
Miles close behind.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Alana trails after the other two.
He's still in ferret form, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, and he goes into one of the shops, and you all follow in. Inside, you see it's very dimly lit and the curtains are drawn. There's a soft glow. Kind of along the walls are kind of strung up herbs that are being dried. A quick glance around, you can see that this is the Wanderer's shop.
The what again? Shop? Sorry, I didn't.
The Wand Right.
Wands, right?
Yes.
So like for wands and stuff?
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Okay. And from behind the counter, you see two orange animalistic ears kind of poking out. And you hear a like a very bright, cheery voice. Hello and welcome.
Hello?
Nora rushes in and is like, "Oh my god, did you see my ferret? Where, Flappy? Where did you go? I'm sorry, my pet ferret just ran away and I don't know, ran in here somehow."
Oh, so this is yours. So, and you see the ears slowly kind of poke up a little bit, and they're orange in color. And the shopkeeper has teal hair, and she's wearing glasses.
Aww. Oh, Framer, what's up?
Sorry, out of comment, I know exactly who that is.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, look in chat.
Oh. Oh, what the... I see. Oh yeah.
Hello, welcome to the Fox's Swans. My name is Pookum.
Hello there. So, where's my pet for? I need to take care of it. Like, and where did it go? Did he see? Like,
She holds up the ferret.
oh, there we go, Flappy.
Sits-
I told you cannot run off that much.
She sets him on the counter. Would you like to have some tea?
Sure. She Nara walks like quickly to the counter and was like, Flappy, I told you to stay in there. What did you think here? This is unbelievable. And like tries to pull him back into the little, I don't know, pouch in her chest or whatever.
Well, it seems that, I don't know. Did you want to buy something? I have many things that could, well, many wondrous wares.
I mean, while I'm here, what do you offer here?
I sell wands. I make wands and herbal teas.
I see. I don't know, I've never really was thinking about using a wand myself. Because, you know, I have this beautiful amulet here. She like leans forward a little bit and pulls out her, what is it? A blue crystal amulet? Freaking, give me 1 sec, I need to check this real quick. I wrote it down somewhere. I forgot where I wrote it down. I think it's like a blue crystal on like a chain or something. Man. So, yeah, this is what I have. This is all that I need, I guess. But
Well,
perhaps I should change.
well, I have a few lovely wands. I have quite a few. Yeah, take a look and I'll tell you what each one does.
Alright. Nara is then taking a quick look at all of the items that are exhibited there.
You want to roll 3d10s and see if there's, and reroll any duplicates.
There we go.
Okay, so you pick 3 wands. One, it looks like it is made of cedar. One is a very distinctive wand that has a pearl at the end. And the last one, it's fairly heavy. She says, okay. Well, this one that's made of cedar will allow you to shoot lightning bolts.
Wait, lightning bolts?
Mm-hmm.
What? Wait. Oh. How much is it? Out of curiosity.
How much indeed?
Little OOC here, but like, you aren't giving a level 2 character a level 3 spell here, right?
That's what came up, so.
Oh, neat.
I guess I'm gonna be very OP from here on out.
Ooh, this one will run about 40,000, but I do layaway.
40,000?
Mm-hmm.
But you do what? You do...
Oh, I take layaway.
What is that layway? I'm sorry, I'm like, my name is Isranara Sturmachodus, and I'm from the Sturmachodus clan from the mountain. I'm not used
Oh.
to what you people say. What was it again? City.
It means that
Um,
you pay me a little bit now and pay me the rest later.
She looks around to like Ilana and Trilmar.
Ilana narrows her eyes cautiously towards Nora and almost shakes her head, but doesn't quite make the full motion. She just kind of looks towards the Dragonborn and tries to offer as much of a cautious glare as she can.
I don't know,
But,
like. Oh.
but of course, the penalties and consequences for not being able to pay the full amount later is something you'd want to avoid. So, unless you know that you'd be able to afford the amount, it's a decision not to be taken lightly, Nara.
That is kind of true.
Well, it's a shame. I know that's one of my more expensive ones.
Um,
the other two I have are a little bit cheaper.
Okay, yeah, maybe tell me about the others, but I'm still sorry. I'm curious. Like, is it able to shoot lightning bolts like indefinitely, or does it take some sort of resource off of you, or how does it work? I've never used like these ones. My culture is not known to these kind of things.
I see. Well, wands are extremely used for transporting a spell if you are not very magically inclined. You just simply flick the wrist, say the incantation, and you are able to cast the spell as if you knew it. I believe that this wand of the lightning bolts, you can use it 2 times per day. Once it's expended, it will. There's some catastrophic things if you try to use it a third, so I don't recommend it. But that's not to say that all wands only can do it 2 times a day, but
Okay.
it's just this particular one I feel. I do have a one that can do it for about 10, but that'll run you quite a pretty gold.
I see. What are the other ones?
This one will let you detect magic, and this other one will let you shoot magic missiles.
She's like giving those 2 others like a little quick look and then glances back at like the lightning bolt one. So 40,000 you say?
40,000. Or
Or?
what a curious book you have.
No. This? No. This is no. She's like starting to walk off a little bit. No. This is no. Not. No. I think I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for the time. This
Shame. Would you like some tea?
I guess. Would you guys like some tea? Maybe we should check in on. Then again.
Ilana looks over to Nara and calmly tries her best to speak in an even tone as she says, it might be interesting to see what she has to say about it, at least, even if you don't want to part with your book. A point of conversation may reveal more than what we came in with.
You're not wrong. I don't know, like this. She goes close to Trailana and almost whispers in her ear. This other shopkeeper said these scholars might help themselves, and I want to, like, make sure that this book stays in my possession. You know.
Lana whispers back, watching the edges of where they are, not really eyeing the shopkeeper, but just making sure that her words are quiet. Agreed. Asking questions and offering what's more visible to try to find out something is better than simply walking away, but I agree. Don't give away what you have, and don't let it be used solely by other people. But we may try to learn anything we can while we're here. This is one of the better places to go for knowledge, so without finding somebody better skilled, I wouldn't know where to look otherwise.
Nara nods and then turns around and tries to appear as dominant and, like, you know, strong-willed as possible, and looks at the shopkeeper and is like, "What do you know about this book anyway?"
It looks nice.
Do you perhaps know anything else?
Well, not every day that you see a book bound in bronze dragon.
Inside check to figure out what her true intentions are.
She just likes the book.
Is it possible that she might steal it? That's like the thing I would like to figure out with inside. Like, would she like to, like, I don't know, pull me over the table or something like that? As in, I don't know, put it away or do something trickery or something like that to take the book away or something like that? Or could I, does she seem trustworthy to, like, at least I could put the book on the table or something like that without fearing that she might steal it?
I'd say you feel confident that she would simply just look over it.
Alright. Still with a little bit of displeased and untrusty face, Isanara moves forward and then goes towards the table or whatever it is in the middle of the room there. Looks at the shopkeep with stern eyes and says, "Alright, listen. This book is not for sale, and I will not give it to you. I will not give it in trade for any item in here, and I just want to figure out what it is and how I might be able to open it. I will pay you a little bit of money if you give me a good clue. That is okay. But don't you think you will get any ownership of this book, okay?"
She kind of cackles a little bit and says, "Well, I don't know where you learned your arcane, but anybody who's knowledgeable will know that it's impossible to open this book. You can't travel back in time."
She turns her head around. What?
Yeah. The magic here is so weakened that it's completely fused within the book. This book will never be opened again. I was just gonna put it on my coffee table as a conversation piece.
What makes you so sure about that?
She holds up the wand of detect magic. Here, go ahead and try it. No charge, just try.
Alright. Isanara tries to use that wand on the book.
Alright, you successfully use the wand on the book. And you can kind of see like where the lock is, and on each of the corners of the front tome, there's extremely faint traces of magic. Like you really have to see, but it's still holding it together. but it's almost like it's a permanent spell that's keeping this locked. Basically, that any magics that are required to open it, they're fading, and it's keeping the book shut.
There's still traces of magic in the book.
It's very minute.
Nara ponders a little bit.
Yeah, I was just gonna put it on my coffee table, and people come over and say, "Hey, what's with that book?" I'd say, I don't know, just thought it looked cool.
I know nothing of magic, Ilana says, as she tilts her head from several steps away. You say that this magic is faded, and the permanency of it is what's holding the book together or closed, but could you feed it magic to somehow undo this? Or I don't understand archaics, so...
Well, whoever wrote it first would probably have to infuse it, so judging by how old this book is, they're dead. They're long gone.
Well,
It's like I said, it's impossible, unless you can travel through time.
you know what? You know what? Nara is like a little bit pissy and like a little bit sassy. You know what? I'm gonna do exactly that. I'm gonna travel in time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now how about that tea?
But- What is it with your tea? What is it? What?
It tastes good.
She looks around. Well, you want tea with the person that does not understand the depth of the universe and everything?
I mean, wouldn't
Tea
you
could be good.
wouldn't you eat a meal with someone?
Huh?
Wouldn't you eat a meal with someone like your clan?
What, when should we meet someone? What?
Would you not eat with someone from your clan?
Well, are you from my clan?
No.
Well, but I guess that's still.
Well, if you're not
You know-
buying anything, you can get out.
Oh.
Well then, we will get out. Thank you.
Okay, see you.
Goodbye. And Dara steps out of the room and is like, what a freaking. And says some weird word in Draconic that not even Filmar would understand. It's like some dialect on the mountains.
Ilana would bow respectfully and not take too much time before turning to follow the others, but would offer what condolences she could to the wand maker, as much of a evening gesture as she could manage.
Alright. So she'll
So I
just...
will also offer a bow and head out.
Alright. You all do that and head out? Was there any more shopping you wanted to do, or did you want to go right to the mead hall?
I did want to see the armorer, but I don't know if I don't necessarily know if the armorer would even be able to help me. But I would like to go see the armorer.
Okay.
Can't hurt to ask.
Alright. Just a few doors down, there is the armory, Narvi's Armory. Two-story, half-timber building with a yellow tile roof. Outside is another heavy-set adventurer trying to sell some of the items outside. And says, we got some more good stuff inside.
Approaching the venue, Aelana would look at the heavier set person outside and nod before looking inside and attempting to make her way in.
Alright.
If she were successful, she would move immediately to the counter and gesture softly before introducing herself. Excuse me. I don't mean to bother you this evening, and I know that you likely have a lot of people who might be interested in what you have. However, my name is Aelana Amastasia. I am of the House Amastasia. I'm not necessarily looking for armor, but I was wondering if you might be able to help me fashion garments of some kind.
Alright, so behind you see a short-milled dwarf. And he says, "Well, I ain't no seamstress. I pound out metal like I'm pounding out a shit."
Fair enough. This may actually pertain more to your realm of things than a seamstress might have authority. I don't do well with armor. However, I am from this city. I've lived elsewhere for many years, but I was looking to see about a custom outfit being made that doesn't necessarily provide protection, but would leave a striking visual mark. My family is primarily elven, and I was hoping that you might know how to fashion some form of garment that would at the very least show my lineage visually versus tailor to harder protection, as you might be more familiar. I know it's a little bit more of an artistic sounding request, but I don't know who else to ask.
Well, I mean, if it's involving metal, I can do it. Though... He looks to one of you and says, "Close the door, would you?"
Throw him up, nods his head, and closes the door.
Nara's still fuming a little bit and like lost in her mind and looking at the book.
Alright. You can't tell anyone. Not a soul. You hear?
Aelana nods softly and continues staring at the dwarf before remaining still, as if she was listening to what he would say next.
Nara pulls out a pen and a paper, suddenly interested by this story.
Alright, Missy. I need to tell you the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened in your life.
In my life?
In your life.
Aelana asks quietly.
Nara's tilting her head a little bit like...
Go on. I ain't got all day.
I once had somebody that I cared for deeply. I loved them more than I have loved anyone. And when the time came for me to confront what was harming us, I was given no other option than to run. That's counter to everything that I have ever been taught, and it's haunted me every single day of my life since. I have difficulty looking at myself in a mirror every time I think of that particular event and those thoughts surface often.
All right. Well, fine. I make dresses. Yes. Sometimes I like to wear the dresses.
Aww.
But you can't tell anybody I said that, okay?
Aww.
Not one word from me, and no judgment from me either.
Fine. For your elven kind, I'll make you something that'll drape off the shoulders. Show your presence, but protect you.
It's fine, she says slowly, if it is ornate in appearance, but it needn't protect me necessarily. I'm merely looking for the barest of coverage and for more of a visual mark of fear to be put into my enemies, of excellence and grace, versus anything that might shield my skin.
Nonsense. Form and function are all I know. You will have something that will protect you, something that will show your prowess.
What would this particular garment be?
You'll have to see when I make it.
Aelana stills herself quietly for a moment and looks to the other two before turning back to the dwarf. What are you looking to gain for your efforts?
Maybe I just want to live vicariously through you.
Hey, just like there were some people in my clan who, like you, also liked to wear dresses, and we did had some very ancient rituals that made them appear a little bit more feminine. I don't want to like give you hope or anything, but I just want to let you know mayhaps there is a way for you to be happy as well, if I got this correctly. I'm sorry if I did say something wrong. I'm sorry. I'm just like cowering down again a little bit and like shyly stepping back a little bit.
Aelana starts to lift a hand in a combination of ease and settlement towards Nara's direction before she stops herself and turns towards the dwarf and waits for a moment.
Kind of see him pondering a little bit.
Also, hello there. I'm Esronara Surmachodus from the Surmachodus clan. I'm coming from the mountains.
I'm nervy.
Hey there, Nari. Nice to meet you.
No, that would be folly. But fine, I'll make you this dress. But you never tell anybody where you got it, alright?
Aelana steals her expression and actually ponders for a long series of moments before finally breathing out and nodding slowly as she says, I'm not in the habit of taking on others' desires, much less burdens, but If you can wield art, then I will bear it for both of us.
I'd like that. All right. Come back in a week. We'll discuss a place where we can meet up, and you'll have your garment.
Aelana nodded slowly again and watched the dwarf for a long series of minutes before, seeming like she was taking too long, finally spoke. Fair enough.
All right. I'll take 100 up front as a down payment. That'll be the commission fee, and then the remainder 350 for the completed project.
Aelana breathes heavily and ponders the weight of the coin in her purse before she nods and passes 100 gold to the dwarf.
Alright, he'll kind of scoop it up in his big old hands. Nary a word from you.
Don't worry. You're all right. Again, I've seen a lot of people of my tribe who went through similar issues and troubles. I just want to remind you there is a way. But it's your choice. I won't bring it up again. Don't worry.
Aelana nods once, looking to the other two and then back to the dwarf again, and says, "Consider it secret and buried. If you can do as you say, then you'll never hear a word from it from me."
Good. Anybody else need anything?
I mean, if you are doing clove ropes and things, perhaps I might not be too disinclined to potentially, how do people in the civilized area say, upgrade these garments of mine.
So 2 of them. Fine. Same price as hers.
But then again, I don't know. I'll be fine. I'm sorry, I'll be fine. It's okay.
Well, if you change your mind, you know where I am.
Alright. And if you change your mind, well, you don't particularly know where I am, but I might come by every so often, potentially. I don't know.
Alright. And that concludes Armory trip.
Alright.
Alright.
I guess we're all standing outside again.
Mm-hmm.
So, where should we go? Should we check in on Taylor in the tavern, mayhaps?
That seems wise. I don't believe there are any more shops that I consider visiting, unless Alana wishes to peruse any others, or yourself, Nara.
I think I've seen enough of shops after this greedy witch in that one shop. I didn't know that people in the civilized area could be so neglectant of actual value of things. So let's just head to the tavern. I think for me, unless you want to go somewhere, Elena. Elena?
Hello?
Ashland?
Did she mute herself?
It's possible that something occurred IRL or something like that. I don't
Possibly.
know.
Well, I mean... Oh, there you are. Anything else you wanted to do?
At this moment in time, no. I'm very particular about what I wear and what I defend myself with, and it tends to be not very much. Your work on what I asked for would be far more than enough, and a testament to whatever skill you may have. So, I don't believe that I have anything else at this time.
Alright. Well, I think everybody's going to want to go to the tavern. So, with that, it's getting about late evening. Sun started to set. As you all make your way to the temple district of the town, looks like that there are a procession of beggars that are kind of lining the streets. Most of them just asking for a pittance, just something, they can eat with. If you...
Nara is
Oh.
stepping close to one of those, like the first one they see. She's like walking towards them. It's like, oh, wait, you need help? You need food? What's going on? Oh my god. Don't the people in this area take care of each other?
Aelana shakes her head quickly and doesn't say anything, but the look in her face shows that she both feels for the beggars, but at the same time knows that something else can't be done for them, if that makes any sense visually.
That's sounds like a very hard task to express visually, but I think I
Yeah,
get what you mean. Yeah.
yeah, it's hard to articulate in a look, but
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
Worry, roughly how many beggars are there? Just rough number.
I'd say about 6 or so.
Oh, okay. That's easily done. Thromar will go up to each of the beggars in turn and will give each one of them 100 gold. And so, may Tiamat bless your journey.
Nara looks over and Utah's. Oh.
They all look a little dumbstruck of your generosity, and they're like, "Thank you. Please, what is your name? You've saved us."
My name's Thromar Danforth Cross, and you have no need to thank me. I am only doing what I can to help those who need it.
Thank you. We won't forget you.
I hope it helps.
Aelana moves forward and passes another 10 gold to each of them, but asks a specific thing of each of the 6 as she does so.
Okay.
Promise me by taking this extra that you will use his gift to feed yourself and buy what you need to survive. Don't waste this opportunity, and I know my gift isn't as even remotely as meaningful as his is, but do right by what he has given you. And she looks at each of them as she offers what she gives.
You can kind of see that as you pass each one by, as they're each given a very large sum of money for a beggar, that they're in near literal tears at this point. Like these are like, you know, men, women, like even orphan children just on the streets.
Aelana watches them for a moment and then turns to Thromar before looking to Nara as well, and speaks quietly. Some of what we were given by the captain was, as she said herself, for the people. I would probably feel guilty if I didn't give some of it back to them.
Yeah, I feel that.
That makes perfect sense.
I'll keep that in mind if you find some others. I think these people here are very happy, but how is it that these people are living on the streets to begin with? I've never seen something like this in my clan or in any other parts I've ever been in.
The wealthy and the not so much are cast into very different roles, especially in the city, but by people I'm familiar with at large. There are groups of people who don't have what they probably deserve, and there are those who have more than what they should ever have. It's an inequality. I don't have a good answer for it, but whether it's by birthright or by happenstance, I can't say. I just know that it has always been a part of both this city and most of the other places that I've been in the realms of people. It's always seemed this way, so.
I've never seen this in the tribes. The tribes always take care of each other. The biggest important thing for the Strumachotis tribe, for example, is to make sure that everyone in the tribe is well off and has a roof on their head and is being taken care of. The more I see of the cities, the more I believe that this is a very cruelsome way to live. You might have the comforts of very comfortable beds and everything, but you seem to lack all the things that seem to be important for being alive.
Aelana smirks as she watches some of the beggars move away and turns her head slightly back to Nara before tilting her head almost in both a dismissive and a confirming sort of reaction. That's probably true. I know that the world of men is flawed, but they look to whatever goals they can, and many of them see what is now versus not what will be. And it creates situations like this. I'm not an economist. I don't run anything or have never known how money flows between one person or the other, or one entity or the other. So I've only seen what happens between people who have things and people who do not in these places.
I see. But thank you, Frelmar. It was beautiful to see those smiles in these people's faces. You're a great person.
I do what I can to help the needy, but sadly, even that amount, it won't help them forever. It will help them for a great deal of time, but they will become needy again, and that is the sad truth of this. I wish I could do more. I do.
Well done. Let's walk further to the tavern.
Alright, as you walk to the tavern, you make your way to the Pilgrim's Meadery. Let me get that pulled up here. It's a 2-story building of timber and brick walls. There's a large reinforced wooden door. As you walk in, the tavern has unusually high ceilings. Looks like that near the hearth there's a few wooden cots. And you see the innkeeper. She is a female elf, and she welcomes you in. Ah, so you must be the other 3 that the gentleman spoke of.
Aelana turns to the other 2 and smirks as she leans against the countertop. I see Taylor's already been here.
Yep. It seems that they went ahead and purchased your room and board. So,
Oh.
we'll go ahead and charge him once you depart. So, he said he decided that he wanted his own room, but you're welcome to use the cots for a much cheaper price, or if you would prefer to have your own private room, there is a tub.
I think we could all sleep together in a room again. Although mayhaps, do you have a room with like a bed for 3 people, so Elana doesn't need to sleep on the wooden floor again?
I unfortunately only have rooms with 1 bed each.
Aelana moves her hand up a little as she tries to adjust her in the middle of what she was saying. It's all right if I have to sleep on the floor. It's fine if that's. I don't necessarily need extensive comforts.
Could we mayhaps like move some beds together from another room or something like that? Would that be an option, perhaps?
I don't think so.
Huh. I also need to take care of this little thing. And she looks down at Flappy and still in like the middle of her chest. Like,
He's snoozing.
"Aw."
Snoozing.
Aw.
He's snoozing.
We may want a room with a balcony, if there's one available on one of the upper floors that would give him something to look at.
Yeah, that would be. Is there a room with a balcony? Do you maybe have like some more spacious rooms with more spacious beds and more of a look towards the city or something like that? Is that an option?
Sorry, unfortunately the only room with the balcony is my room. I mean, I live here after all, but we only really have the rooms the way they're built. They can only really house 1 person. Sorry.
Alright. Perhaps we should all separate into our own rooms and I'll just take Flappy for a walk every so often.
Okay. There are other patrons here. But the elf behind the counter. I'm Vera, by the way.
Oh, hi. I'm Isranara Sturmahodos from the Sturmahodos clan. That's deep in the mountains.
Aelana nods softly to the elf and offers a bit of a warm smile before proceeding with some formality. Aelana Anastasia, I am from this city actually, but I haven't been here in a while. It's good to see you.
Wait, Anastasia?
Yes.
I see. So, would there happen to be any relation to, well, one of the senators here? Her name is, Elior Anastasia.
Alana paused and didn't seem to respond for a moment before gradually moving to some worded action and eventually let the words move from her mouth in more of a cold statement than one of affirmation. Mother.
Oh.
I see.
Oh.
So, oh my goodness. Um. Well, I suppose I'm not sure what would bring you here. I would assume that there would be some place that you could stay with your family.
I'm on a bit of a trip with my associates, and I didn't want to directly disturb my family with our business. It's more of a private matter.
I see. Well, as long as you're good for the coin, then by all means, you'll have your rooms. Um, we also have a few nightly specials going on. Um, accommodations of food, ale, your choice, meads, of course. This wouldn't be called the meadery. But, yeah, your rooms are already paid for. So do feel free to get settled in.
Alana bowed her head swiftly and, in a very practiced action, as she looked back up to the elven woman and flashed another smile. Thank you for hosting us this evening. And yes, I look forward to seeing what your establishment has to offer.
Only the finest, I'm sure.
Nara is like petting Flappy very softly, like being careful as to not wake him up. Then does a little curtsy and is like, "Thank you. Um, should we still like sit together or something, or do we already want to head to our rooms?"
Alana looks to Thrillmar for a moment, as if searching for an answer, almost at the same time as she says, if you two are hungry or thirsty, I am fine to have a little something to drink, and sure, we can sit and talk if you'd like.
All right. So as you're all discussing this, there's more patrons still kind of come in from time to time. They'll take a seat, and then just kind of what sounds like just idle gossiping. Some of which has to do, just in passing, is about more or less like what's going on in the town.
Thrillmar will order himself a pint of the mead. As this is the meadery, then should at least test out just how good it is.
When did Payco do as the Paycotians do?
Is mead one of those fire waters?
It is, yes.
It is. Alana nods after Thrillmar. It's typically made with sweeter bases, but it's probably very good, if I had to guess.
I mean, I slept very good last time I had one, but I think I'll just go with like some non-fiery water this time around. And
If you change your mind, Nara, you're welcome to share mine.
I'll take a few sips because I feel like that's kind of customary, isn't it? So And yeah, I definitely am hungry. And I think this little guy here is hungry as well, even though he's very sleepy right now.
You see, there's kind of like a chalkboard that just says today's specials. There's hazelnut bread and bitter cheeses, and a mug of bitter ale. There's stewed mutton with wheat bread and a tankard of stout, roasted beetroot with a mug of ale, and stewed crab, chestnut bread, and a tankard of mead.
Oh, this all sounds delicious, actually.
Doesn't it?
Nara is like, wait, where are we located? Are we still at the counter or are we at a table right now?
You can kind of see like there's just like a large chalkboard near the
Oh, okay.
kind of near the entrance.
Nara is like asking, do you perhaps have some freshly slaughtered meat?
Well, all the mutton here is fresh from the farm, just killed today.
Okay.
Crab was all caught today too.
Oh, I'll take some of that mutton. That sounds delicious. But just with regular, like non-fiery water, if that would be an option. And actually, put some more mutton on it. I think this little guy here also is very hungry. He looks very small, but he's very hungry. I'm quite sure of it.
She shrugs and says, "All right, the extra mutton would be about 1 gold.
All
Or,
right,
sorry,
here you go.
1 silver. So it's just
Nara gives off, pays like 5 gold and is like, take the rest. I like what you're doing here.
all right. I won't complain."
Ilana flashes a quick grin and looks at the chalkboard before turning to the person taking the order and says, "I'm interested to try the crab. And don't worry about skimping on the meat. I'm eager to try that as well," as she says as she moves to pay for the meal, but slides an extra silver just in case something is needed for whatever extra they might bring.
Okay.
I believe I will take the mutton as well, just as it comes, but with the meat obviously as well.
Alrighty. So you'll get your provisions for the night. Do you just kind of sit wherever? Do you sit together?
Sit together? Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah?
definitely. Nara is just following wherever Ilana is walking, so
Okay.
because she definitely knows the city, so like the manners.
So you, the tables are kind of packed together on one side of the room, so you can kind of, like most of the conversations are at least like at a decent speaking volume. Like no one's getting too rowdy. Yeah, you enjoy your meal, and
Flappy as well.
Flappy.
Flappy is being
Mhm.
woken up and is like, "Hey, little guy, you definitely probably want some want to eat something as well. But perhaps you need to stay in your current form. I don't know. Hey, Lana, what do you think? Could we let Flappy show himself?
I'd let him stay as he is, but there's no reason why he should stay completely hidden. If he wants to play on the table, we might as well let him.
All
We're
right.
enjoying ourselves here after all. So she says as she holds a little piece of crab out to him to see what he thinks of it at the same time.
He kind of sniffs it a little bit and then licks and then just takes it out of your hand and goes back into Izernara's robes.
Oh.
Well, we know he likes crab.
He's a young man of taste. she says as she lifts the mead back for a moment.
Everybody give me a perception check.
Every sodding time.
Oh, just you wait. I will bomb this.
Oh.
Look at that!
Wow.
How does that happen? Somebody
Give us
take a
the clip.
screenshot.
Take a clip.
Wow.
Yeah.
A 0.
There is
Oh my
no way.
God. Oh my god.
There is no mathematically. That's you know what? I burned my lottery ticket on my perception roll for the evening, everybody. So there you go. Enjoy the millions of nothing.
God. Oh my god.
Alright.
I literally see nothing.
Elana, what do Alphi see? What?
Yeah, we're looking at something.
Alright. Isanura, roll me a d8.
Oh boy.
Alright.
Oh hey. Hello
Alright.
there.
Alright, so this is just kind of passing conversations that your ears happen to catch with the other patrons. Yeah, I saw this. I heard that there was this cleric that went around and just gave all those beggars that normally around here. Says that they gave him 100 gold each. Yeah. I mean, most of them just offer their, their wishes and prayers and be on their way. But wow, that's kind of nice.
Nara's just like smirkingly like nudging Filmar and is like, hey, I think you're famous. I heard some people talk about you and the gift you gave out.
Toromar smiles and nods.
Thrillmar, give me a d8.
Oh, balls.
You can do it. Hey, you almost. Yeah, you did it. You did it.
I did the thing.
Alright, in the conversation you hear in passing, two people seem to be gossiping. Yeah, I heard that Lady Elior, well, it seems a little ridiculous, but I heard she bathes in blood. You think she might be a vampire? Nah, vampires aren't around here. There's no such thing, that's just an old children's tale. Yeah, but that just seems really weird.
Oh, let's see. Who was that again? Wasn't that the shopkeeper?
Toromar narrows his eyes slightly as he hears this, looks towards Elana and says, very hushed tones and quietly, he's like, apparently rumor says that your mother might be a vampire.
I wouldn't put it past them, but it sounds a little silly. She says very slowly as she almost seems to reach for her meat again in a quick need of that more than explaining any further.
I agree, far too sober for that kind of thought.
Alright. Well, the rest of the night passes much without incident. Mostly just people sharing stories and gossiping. But, anything else anybody wanted to do?
I guess Nara is probably like at some point sneaking into Filmar's room and is like, hey, I know like we have separate beds and everything, but I feel like maybe you're so good at cuddling and everything, and maybe this little guy here would like that as well. And you see Flappy and his now dragon form again. And
Climb aboard, you're always welcome.
Aww. After some number of hours from this, Adalana would quietly try to open the door to the trio's room and wouldn't say anything, but would kind of slump against the frame of the door on one side, and almost as if she was keeping watch, would just lean back and fold her arms across her chest and try her best to get back to sleep as she made sure that the other three were safely in the bed.
Aww.
Alright.
Aw.
So, as you all take your rest for the evening, or for the night, it goes without too much incident. Save for in the middle of the night.
Quick side note, I love the Skyrim music in the background. I fucking love Skyrim. Oh my god. Also, like, as a little side note, for the people that might not have noticed it in the chat, the name Son Machodos is actually Dovazul, and is therefore directly coming from Skyrim, so to say. I'm not gonna say what it means yet. Maybe I will at some point, but that's what that name is from.
But yeah, you all head to bed, lulled to sleep. But in the night air, the quietness is broken by a murderous scream. And we'll find out what that scream is next week.
Ah.
Knew it when you started saying it. I was like, no, cliffhanger.
Damn it! I wanted to fight. We had no
Yeah.
fights today.
Wanted-
Ah.
Well, you almost did with the wand seller.
Yeah, that's true. Like, fuck
Poor,
that.
poor Pukum Sime.
Poor Pukum Sime.
Very legally distinct from Skookum Hime. Very legally distinct.
distinct.
Who is that person, by the way? I'm sorry, I'm a little bit stupid.
So, Skoo is another VTuber that actually lives, like, really close by, and I've known them for, God, like, almost 8 years?
Oh, yeah. You told me about them.
Yeah, they are a teal-haired kitsune spirit that works in a coffee shop. And I'm like, I asked because I was rolling out all these shops, and the wand just came up as the fox's wands, and I'm just like, hey Skoo, can I use you as an NPC? And they're just like, no. It's like, no, but you can use legally distinct Skookum named Pookum. I'm like, alright.
I mean, knowing Skoo, it would be either that or Scoobert.
Just don't say Scooby-Doo. If you have a death
Yeah.
wish.
Yeah, I got drowned in the hot tub for that.
You did. Anyway, so that's where we'll end tonight's session. Let's go see who else is. If we have another friend who's streaming that we can send you to.
PP.
No, stop.
Never.
And yeah, thanks a lot everyone for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. I personally would love some feedback on how you like my role playing, and I think maybe we could all profit a little bit from that.
Yeah.
Even though in general, like, we do this a little bit for ourselves. We invite you all to join us in our drunk, dirty, horny, stupid, slightly, I don't know, improvised, beautiful tales. But it's always a huge pleasure.
And yes, to back that up, thank you so much for watching our stream. We've been at this a month already, so I think this
Wait.
is our 1 month.
Yeah.
But
No!
This is session 4.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, time
So
flies.
so thank you so much for tagging along with this, and we're excited to keep going with it and seeing what kind of crazy stuff happens. Apparently, like I said, who knows? That people's moms are weird things, and will we find out about this blade that our Dragonborn is looking after? So there's a lot of things here that we have questions about.
quick little thing. Thank you so much, Mari, for hosting us and
Yeah.
for coming up with the best stories. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Murray.
You're welcome. Alright, go say hi to Ferrari and tell him that he is loved and he is amazing. And that's an order.
Do it.
Okay, we love you. Bye-bye.
You.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright, they're off